In the beginning of Clash, goblins and another creature called reptilians lived together in harmony. Originally, the reptilians used to live in the jungle, but then the climate got better for them in the forest, so they started moving out to the goblin forest, where they met the goblins, and the goblins were rather nice to the reptilians, and they became friends, and after a while they started living together and being ruled by the same king, and that's how they got together. The goblins and reptilians shared the same king for years, but then, when the last king that ruled them both together died, a new king rose. Green Teeth, the first of his name. Green Teeth was a greedy man, and he would later go on to start the Goblin Wars. Green Teeth wanted to rule the world of Clash, so he had to make an army. And then he started collecting riches and treasures from his people. The goblins went along with it, and they became greedy as well after a while. Meanwhile, the reptilians that live in the goblin villages started questioning the king's ideas. But Green Teeth, he didn't tolerate that. So what Green Teeth did was that he found out which of the reptilians were the most rebellious against him. Green Teeth invited those reptilians who had rebelled the most to a meeting. He had a plan though. He would capture these rebellious reptilians and lock them up. Later, when they were locked up, Green Teeth would order his men to put them up on the streets, so everyone could see and be scared of doing the same mistake as they did. But this didn't work. The reptilians only got angry at Green Teeth, and they started leaving the village. Green Teeth now hated reptilians because they wouldn't obey him, and more started leaving. Green Teeth ordered his goblin men to capture all remaining reptilians. Those reptilians who had been captured had to obey Green Teeth, because if they didn't, they would be locked up without food or water. Green Teeth ordered his slayer reptilians to build villages for him, because the goblin army grew and grew, and they needed space to live in. As a result, 50 new villages was created. The remaining reptilians who had left the village was now looking for a new home. A home where they could settle for a long time. One day, the reptilians were hunting when they came across a strange black liquid. They went back to the rest of the reptilians and told them about it. Most of them followed them, and later when they saw the liquid, one of them recognized it as dark elixir. The reptilian who had identified the liquid told them about the legend of the barbarian king. The reptilians thought they would become stronger, as the barbarians did when they drank the liquid. So they themselves drank the liquid, and they evolved. They became smaller, but they became faster. They also got wings, so they started flying. But a consequence with the liquid was that they became addicted to it, and needed to drink it all the time. So they were looking for a way to get easy dark elixir when they came across a village, the home village. They found the chief of the village and made a deal with him. They would get a small amount of dark elixir as long as they fought for the village. As a result, they became known as minions. But there were those who never drank the liquid. Those remaining reptilians started a war against the goblins, and it would later be known as the Goblin Wars.